Eight. So we're starting standing up. We're doing some quick warm up, starting with the neck, looking down and up very gently, especially if you woke up recently. Up and down just to get some blood flow and to land in the class. And then back to center. We're looking right and left. Again, we're not forcing the neck, just getting some motion going. And then back to center, the right ear to the right shoulder, left ear to left shoulder. You can pay attention to your breath. And back to center, we're going to do some circle with our neck and we're leading with our chin. So going down and then circling to the right all the way up to the left, like you're drawing a circle with your chin. And back to center and go the opposite direction. Back to center. And circle your wrist and start marching. And then slowly lift the arms up. You can give yourself a good stretch. And then circle the wrist the other way and bring the arms down. If you have energy, you can stomp your feet a little bit. If not, just marching is fine. And switch direction, circle, arms up again. And arms down, switch direction on the circle. And staying here, so we always talk about low impact when we do exercise after we're 40 and plus. But something to know, it's really good to like give some gentle impact with our feet. So if your neighbors down are okay, you can stomp a little bit. That sends a signal to your brain. So the brain is like, oh, the bones needs to be a bit more strong. So the brain is going to work on getting your bone a little bit strong. So low impact is good, but adding some little impact, intentional impact is really good for your bones as well. And then now we're going to tap the heel in front. Then with our hands, we're going to push forwards. If you have some music, just do it with the beats of the music. And again, if you have some energy, you can hop a little bit. It's Easter anyway, so you can hop like a bunny. And then we're switching, so we're tapping the toes in front. Tap the toes, and then lift the sky up. Smashing the glass ceiling. Again, if you have energy, you can top it up a little bit. And then leg a little bit wider than the hips, and tap the toes on the side. Elongate the legs, then bring the arm overhead, and we're creating a line from the tip of the finger to the tip of the toes, stretching the body on the side. And then same, but arm across and little twist, very gentle twist. And back to center. We're going to kick the butt and bring the elbow back. Again, if you have some energy, you can hop a little bit on this one. And then back to center. And now we're going to bring the elbow to opposite knee. Again, if you have energy, you can jump a little bit on this one. And then back to center. We're going to circle the wrist back. So bring the knee up and back. And then opposite direction. So this one's like you're going over a fence. And then back to center. Shake your legs a little bit. Shake your arms. And then open your arms really wide, like you're holding a beach balloon. And then hug yourself. And again, open wide. Hug yourself. Make sure the spine is getting rounded here and arching when you open. And try to synchronize your breath. Inhale here when you open and exhale when you close. And for a brain workout, you can alternate which arm goes on top of the other when you close. And let it go. So we're going to start with our squat. So to know how deep you can go in your squat, you can use a chair or a couch and sit on the side of the couch. If you don't have a couch, I'll show you how to do it without the couch or a chair. And you sit really on the edge. You're almost falling. So that would be your starting position. And you push yourself back up. And every time you go down and you touch this, imagine this is really hot and then it pushes you back up. So that's how you know the position to start with, is to have the legs almost 90-degree angle and pushing yourself back up. If you don't have a chair available right now, you're starting standing with your leg about hips distance apart or a little bit wider. And what we want to avoid is the knee caving in. So we want to squat like there is a chair behind. When you squat, you don't want to send the hips forward. You send the hips back. And if you have a band, you can put the band above the knee. So that way, if you have the tendency to have the knee caving in, that will help with the knee staying open to the side. And in squat, we go as low as we can push ourselves back up. If you go too low and you cannot go back without changing the form, having the knees caving in, or having the hips going forward, then you're going too low. And we're going to do two more. And the last one. Take a 30-second break here. We can get some water. Okay, and when you're ready, we'll go back again. I'll show you slight modification depending on which muscle you want to work on more today. So the legs stay the same, the knees not caving in, but following the line with the toe. So when you squat and you have an upright position, when you're down, what's pushing you up is mostly the quad. The glutes are working as well, but that will be mostly the quad. If you want to target your glutes a little bit more, you will lean forward when you squat down. So see how my chest is almost parallel to the ground? So when I push up, I will push with my butt more to get myself up. So this one, if you lean forward, that will focus on your glutes more. And if you want to focus on your quad, you'll be more upright position with your torso. So pick the one you want to work on today and see if you can feel the difference, trying a little bit of one and a little bit of the other one. And make sure you're breathing during the exercise. The way we breathe is we exhale on the effort. So the effort on this one is to push yourself back up. So exhale when you come up. And we need two more. And last one. And get 30 seconds rest. So the squats are really important when we grow older because that's the exercise and the muscle that you'll use when you're 80 and you go on the toilet and you need to get back up from the toilet. All right, so we'll do a standing abs workout on this one. So if you have a small water bottle or if you have a very light dumbbell, you can use that to hold it on top of you. If not, you can just hold your hands up above your head. So this one is about balance and control more than going fast and doing a lot of reps. So with your arms up, you'll engage your core and you will switch your weight to one leg and very slowly you're going to bring the knee up and trying to move as little as possible the rest of the body. You really have just the leg coming up. And that looks really easy when you just look at it. But if you do that and if you do around 12 reps, you'll feel it in your ab. If you really control the movement, and you see that your body might want to go fast, and you have to tell your body to slow down. And if it gets too hard on the hand, you can always bring the hand to the shoulder. And again, don't forget to breathe. And we do two more. And last one. Shake the arms. You can also bring the arms all the way down to bring some blood flow back into your fingers. And we do one more set. And after that, I'll show you really quickly modification about push-ups. So if you want to try it on your own, you'll be able to do some push-ups. I know it can be very intimidating when I say push-ups. Everyone might be scared. All right. And we'll get back to it. So if you have something to hold, get your arms up right here. If not, just hold your hands. Inhale here, put all your weight on one foot. And then exhale, bring the knees up. Really focusing on balance and control. Make sure your shoulders are down and not up to your ears. And we do two more. And the last one. And again, shake your arms. You can bring your arms all the way down. All right. And now a little talk about push-ups. So push-ups is a lot of physics about the angle of your body to make it easier or more difficult. So the easiest way to do push-up will be against the wall. And so the further away your feet are going to be, the harder it's going to be. And the closer your feet are going to be from the wall, the easiest it's going to be. So what you want to remember in the push-up is from the top of your head to your tailbone, you're like a board. You're not doing push-up like folded in half. You have to be like a board. So then the chest is pushing up. If you chew, then in one way or the other one, it will be more the arms and less of the chest that will push up. So if you have a wall, you can use a wall. If the wall is too easy, even if you step back, if you have a piece of furniture that is solid and not going to go anywhere, you can use that as well. Same, your back is a board, a straight line, and you go down and push. And it's the same as the squat. You go as low as you can push yourself back up. If you go too low and now you're stuck and you can't push yourself back up, then it will be better for your body to go a little bit less low so you can push yourself up. So that's the two options that you have. the wall. Again, if the feet are further away, the hands usually go on the same line as your shoulders. And you inhale on your starting position. You're gonna lower yourself and then push back up. So that's one way to do it on the wall or on the couch, if or piece of furniture. If you want to try on the mat, you will be on your knees. So if you're on your knees, the knees are together, feet are coming off the floor. The hands are under the shoulder. And from here, you can take a yoga block. So that's your indication of how low you will go. And again, the back is as flat as possible. And you'll go down until you touch the block and then push yourself back up. And that's the modification that you have for push-ups. So same as for the squat. The squat is to help you get off the toilet when you're 80. The push-ups is to help you get off the floor if you fall when you're older. You can push yourself back up. So it's all about working out for your older body, not for your summer body necessarily. So we'll do some stretching now. So starting standing. So if you have a wall or broomstick to hold yourself, you get your foot in your hands and just stretching your quads from the squat that we did. And slowing down the breath. And slowly let it go and you switch leg. And you might feel that one leg is a little bit more stiff than the other one. And that happens. We don't have symmetrical bodies. And slowly let it go. Bring the arm across the chest and hook it with the other arm. The shoulder is down, not up to your ears. And then slowly let it go and switch. And let it go and just fall forward all the way as low as you can go. You can have your hands supporting you on your shin, on your ankle, or all the way on the floor. If you can grab your opposite elbow. You can sway from side to side. Well, both hands on one foot and stretch on one side. And switch the other foot, stretch the other side. And side bend in the knee and slowly roll yourself back up.